prison. Local media reporting that Gamal and Ala Mubarak will be freed after they have completed a 3-year sentence for embezzling state funds. Their father was also convicted in the same case. Sahar Aziz is a member of the Egyptian Rule of Law Association. She's also Associate Professor of Law at Texas A&M University, joining us from Texas. Sahar, so the court is saying it's taking into the time that Ala and Gamal have already served. What do you make of that?
Well, I think the problem is that a 3-year sentence for embezzling over $16 million to use state funds for private purposes is very, very minimum. And when you compare it with the youth who led the revolution in 2011, where they're serving 3 years, some of them are serving 15, and some are serving life, then you see that there is a clear bias in favor of the former Mubarak cronies and against the youth who led the revolution.
You know, you're sitting over in the States, Sahar, but let me ask you, from the people that you speak to in Egypt, how will the Egyptian public see this news?
Well, the perception is that those who were responsible for major economic crimes and human rights violations over 30 years under Mubarak's dictatorship are being essentially slapped on the hand, and those who led the revolution to overthrow or attempt to overthrow the authoritarian regime are being very heavily penalized, whether they're secular activists or Muslim Brotherhood or anyone who was a leader in the revolution. So I think the Egyptians see it as a counter-revolution that started when Morsi was deposed, and maybe even before then.
And I know that you did see the news earlier this week when it came to Tunisia, because the Nobel Peace Prize awarded to the Tunisian National Dialogue Quartet. In your opinion, when you look at Egypt a couple of years after the revolution that took place there, any lessons that Egypt can learn from Tunisia?
Well, I saw that and I was very happy for the Tunisians, and I was lamenting for the Egyptians, because I think that the Egyptians should have also been at the same place. And what it shows is that Egypt's revolution is yet to come. Hopefully it will be a nonviolent revolution, but there is no doubt in my mind that the Egyptian people's quest to remove dictatorship, to have freedom of speech, freedom of association, and to have a democratic state has yet to be realized. And so I hope that the Egyptians see Tunisians as a light and a possibility of their neighbor, but Egypt has not yet accomplished what it aimed to accomplish in 2011, when millions of people went out into the streets calling for basic human dignity.
Okay, Sahar Aziz, we thank you for your time with us on Al Jazeera.